I don't even have my thing ready.
Won't you stop and take a little time out with me? Just take 5.
Let's get straight into it. At Take 5 Pod everywhere. It's honestly been a minute since we've been live. It's been a couple weeks, Y'all are staring at a few graduates in here. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations, of course. Congratulations. So we on Twitch, we on YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, everywhere, man. We about to get into some of these hoops, just have a little discussion about what's going on. Y'all see the title, Naja. So we got to talk about this young man just a little bit. None of us really want to, but before we get into that, we do have a guest, though. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to our boy Joey Costa. Make sure y'all follow him, right?
Great to be here, man. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So go ahead and tell us about your sports expertise, your sports knowledge, and where your loyalties lie in terms of teams.
Oh, man. Where do I even start? Well, when it comes to sport expertises, obviously I am as big of a hoop head as they come. Loyal Chicago Bulls fan right here. As much as I hate to admit it, they're in a very weird spot right now. But, oh, man. But then I also play volleyball for fun, so.
Okay. Volleyball player. Like beach volleyball, you can't be playing beach volleyball up there.
When it's warm out, when it ends up being warm out, beach, grass, indoor, all of it, honestly.
They got beaches at Loyola?
Nah, yeah, they got nice beaches there.
They have like a beach volleyball court at my apartment right here.
Oh, really?
For real? Wow.
Okay. Well, let me find out. For real. All right, though. Let's get into it. What do you think about this Ja Morant situation? I'm sure you've seen him in the video with the gun again. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I hate to see it, honestly. He's done it one time. He's doing it again. I honestly feel like it's a tough topic to work around, but again, here we are talking about it. It's something that has to be discussed.
It is. But I'm really going to go around the room, though, because there's been a lot of speculation about how many games should the NBA suspend him, right? So he talked to Malika Andrews. He was like, yeah, I thought me and Ja, we came to an understanding about the consequences, about how detrimental this type of conduct can be for the league, for the franchises, and for himself personally. Got an 8-game suspension the last time. How many games should he be suspended? Is my question.
Half the season minimum.
Nah, I don't think. Half the season is crazy.
Let me break this down. Let me break it down, and it especially points to that, the fact that Adam Silver sat him down and had a talk with him, and all of his PR people were sitting him down, having the same talk with him. His dad was probably having the same talk with him. So it's almost disrespectful to just do the exact same thing again.
Dude, Ja is a kid though. Like we have to
Ja's
understand.
not a kid. Ja's a grown man. Like, can we?
Yeah, he's a grown man.
Okay.
Are you not
okay?
Like, what are we talking about?
I'm talking about in the eyes of the world, dude. Like he's young.
Yes,
he's a young man.
He's a
young man. Like he makes mistakes, but 40
games.
Consequences. Yes, we all make mistakes. Yeah, but there are
40 games.
And I don't know about 40 games. I think he's getting like 30.
That's a lot.
I think he's getting like 20 to 30 games.
No, I'm not. But what do you think he should get though? Like I'm not saying like what he will.
20, he should get like 20 to 30. Like I believe that's like
about double. Yeah, but I don't. Yeah. I think half the season is taking the Grizzly season away pretty much. Like
it is.
A third of the season is doing that as well. Like
it's really
nice. That too, but it's like you can't suspend him for more than what they suspended him for last time, of course. But think about it too. He's box office. He's one of the faces of the league right now. There's no way the NBA suspends him for like half the season. Half the season is Yeah, way too much.
That's also a reason why they might give a harsh penalty. Like, it's the league's responsibility to protect their image. And
I mean, it wasn't even a league suspension last time. That was just the team, right?
Yeah, Miles is
Yeah.
correct.
Like, that's the main difference.
Yeah, so now, Adam Silver is definitely going to have to get involved. Like, he already said that, he's looking for the worst, honestly. Like, but how many games, Joey?
Honestly, I think probably I'm thinking 15 or 20.
15
That's what
or
I
20.
think.
Okay, Drew's leaning to 30. I'm somewhere in between that, like 25 to 30 or whatever. Miles?
Dude, yeah, like it has to be like 30 or 40. Like it has to be close to half the season. You got to make it hurt. At this point, you got to make it hurt.
Nah, the Pockets definitely will be hurting after that because we have to understand, like, due to these situations, he didn't make All NBA, right? So that's a lot. His Nike shoes are getting taken off the website right now, so we don't really know how that's gonna work out with them. That's a lot of bread. Like that's a lot of money that he's losing there.
Yeah.
You honestly just hate to see it, but let's be honest though, guys. I mean, the Grizzlies are better without Ja. I mean, let's be real. Like,
let's keep it real. Like, that is a fact.
It's a tired narrative, bro. That narrative is like.
I mean, that's
a proven narrative at this point.
That was true last year. Maybe like last year, like that was more accurate. This year, definitely not like that.
Dude,
like they were bad without him this year.
Yeah, he was half their team in the regular season. That dude was going off.
You have a reigning decoy, Jaren Jackson Jr. You got key contributions from guys like Desmond Bane. Let me tell you something about Desmond Bane. Like Desmond Bane, he's going to take that step next year. He is a very good player in this league.
Why are you making that face, Julian?
Step to what, though? What step is he taking?
He can average 25 points a game.
He definitely can.
25 is crazy. Klay Thompson didn't even average 25. What are we talking about?
He's a scorer like that. Like,
so he's averaging 25, like a meaningful 25, though. Like,
what is a meaningful 25?
Like, there's a difference from averaging 25 on a garbage team, like you're just losing, and getting 25 on a good team, like you're like contributing to wins. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference in that.
So Damian Lillard averaging like 30 on a garbage team is
a little different. Like, his situation is a little different because he's done it on both. Like, he's done it in both scenarios. So it's not a good comp.
I think Dame is a little different. I'd more go someone like Bradley Beal, honestly.
Yeah, like Bradley Beal now, like, yeah.
Is he not somebody that's done it? Like,
nah, he has, but like still, like that was 5 years ago at that point. So.
It is what it is. My only point with this line of discussion, even if he's suspended for 30 games, I think that's gonna be that's the most. There's no way it's gonna be half. Like, there's no way it's gonna be half.
No, I mean, I was listening to it was like Gilbert Arenas' podcast, and he was just like, if you're the Grizzlies, like just suspend him indefinitely, and like if it takes the whole season, it takes the whole season. But like at this point, like something has to change. Like this is, it's all unacceptable.
This is all true, but then you have to ask the question, like, he said he did make the change. He said he did go to, therapy. He did, take the steps to get back. Like,
that was all like PR jargon.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's 30 games, it can still be PR jargon. You know what I mean? Like,
you have to
sit him the whole season.
Yeah, you have to be punished for your actions. Then, like,
dude, he's already getting punished enough, dude.
How?
No, he's not.
He lost so much money by not making an All NBA team. Like that was probably like 40 million.
That's his fault.
He's been punished. Is what I'm saying, though.
Does he not make $40 million a year?
Yeah, but he lost out on 40 million, and then the shoe deal is finna get taken away. Like, he's getting punished. Like, it's not like he's like out here just living. He's
not to mention all the
other
endorsements he's made too.
Yeah.
All I'm saying
is
like,
true.
It's just like, as an NBA player, you can't be waving a gun around in the camera right after they
obviously.
Like, that's just like, you have to get punished harshly after doing that. You can't do it twice in a row. Like, they just gave him a second chance, and a month later he just did the same thing that he got punished for. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, that's insane.
But what about this though, Drew? So we're integrating the new CBA rules, right? So he has to play 65 games in order to even be eligible for All NBA, not All Star, no, but like any of those after season awards, MVP, etc. He's losing bread again next year, regardless.
Yeah, he will.
So like that's harsh. That's very, very harsh
for a 23-year-old.
Like,
bro, we have to stop. We have to stop the 23-year-old talk.
Yeah,
I'm 22.
He's new to it though.
We're all around his same age. Like we don't get passes for doing dumb stuff. Like that's not really how it works. Like, and especially he's making $40 million a year, so he's held to a way higher standard. Like, especially social media wise, like it's okay to carry a gun around. Everyone, like not everyone, a lot of people carry guns around. So wave your gun on Instagram Live is a whole different story. Like you're
twice.
Yeah, you're being stupid. Like,
I mean, does he get any pass because it wasn't his IG Live? It was his homeboy.
No, but like his homie didn't think he was gonna show a gun, like because he flipped the camera immediately when he saw Ja waving his gun around. Like,
it's just true.
I'm just saying, like, if y'all's job saw a video of you waving a gun in the camera, they're gonna fire you too. So
on the spot.
This is very true. This is very true. All right, man. We gotta leave Ja alone. He'll hopefully get out of this. I'm just hoping that he stays in the league. You know what I mean? Like, we've seen the Gilbert Arenas situation. We've seen other situations where it's like, it's hard to recover after this. Even if he does just get the suspension, even if he does do this, that, and the other, like, I'm just hoping he takes the process seriously and gets back on his feet. Yeah. All right, man. Let's talk about these Chicago Bulls since we have a guest here. Like we have to talk. Let's just touch on the Chicago Bulls just for this. Obviously, you guys were in the play-in, right, and got knocked out.
Yeah, we lost to the Heat.
Yeah,
second play-in game.
Yeah, lost to the Heat. I mean, you should feel pretty good about that at this point. The way the Heat are ravaging the East right now.
It definitely makes me feel a little bit better, but definitely a little bit disappointing. I feel like we definitely could have done better. We could have made better moves. We could have made more moves at the deadline, because now we find ourselves in a situation where you have a lot of assets. Outside of Zach LaVine, we don't really know where their market value is. I mean, DeMar is on an expiring deal. He's got 1 year left on his contract. Vooch is an unrestricted free agent. Kobe White is a restricted free agent. And at this point, with how great Kobe White's been playing, you'd be kind of dumb not to re-sign him no matter where you go. With Vooch, honestly, he's 32 right now, but
he's getting up there.
He's getting up there. He's definitely not worth what I think he's eligible for. It was like I think I saw it was like 4 years, like 106 or something like that. Definitely steep, and not something that I would personally pay for a aging center who doesn't play a whole lot of defense.
I mean, I couldn't have said it better myself. Now, Vooch will definitely not guard. That's something that he will not do. Good offensive player. He'll rebound the ball for you and everything like that, but he cannot protect the rim, anything like that. We have a Lonzo apologist in here, you know what I'm saying? And unfortunately for Lonzo, he's dealing with these injuries, and I haven't heard anything about Lonzo in a long time. He's been out of the spotlight, of course, but like I haven't heard anything about the progressions of that injury. Joe, Kobe White's a good guard. Wait a minute now. Kobe White's a good guard. North Carolina, if I remember, like he's a very good guard, can shoot the ball. Do you pay him?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
He says absolutely. Drew?
You should. I mean, Lonzo's injury is horrible also. Like, it would be different if Lonzo was healthy. Like, then I could kind of see that side of it. But, like, his injury is terrible. Like, when was the last time he played? Like, a year and a half ago?
Something like that, yeah.
Like January
really
2022.
Yeah, you can't really bank on that. So, you would pay Kobe.
You pay Kobe. So, Kobe White's your starting guard. But what about we mentioned DeMar DeRozan as well, though. He's been on the Playoff P podcast or whatever it's called, talking about, I should have teamed up with, so and so. Like I think he's gonna test the waters this summer. Like there are many teams that would love to have him. Do you keep DeMar DeRozan or try to?
At this rate, I would have loved to see them. I love DeMar. I love everything that he's done for us. He is an amazing, amazing player. He's the best in the league at what he does, but unfortunately, that is the only thing he can do.
Mid-range.
And it hurts to say it because he's so freaking good at it. But I would have loved to see them get something for the height of his value last offseason or even at the deadline. But unfortunately, it doesn't look like they're gonna get that. And he's on an affordable contract too for what he is. It's not like they paying him something super outrageous. I think it was like, let me pull up Basketball Reference real quick. I don't remember the exact figures, but it's under 30, I think. I believe.
For sure. And I don't know, like DeMar, he's at that stage of his career where he might take a cut to, actually compete for something. I think we all know though that DeMar can't be your guy. We've seen that. We've seen that.
It was proven. It was proven.
Many different scenarios, many different jerseys. I don't think he can be, the guy on that team. But is that the guy? Is my question.
Yeah, they're paying him. They're paying him $28.6 next season.
Okay. We've definitely seen worse. We've definitely seen worse. But is Zach your guy? Is he your franchise guy?
No. Zach LaVine is.
And that's what I'm saying. Is Zach Zach LaVine's the guy?
Zach LaVine is definitely the guy.
Exactly.
And he's shown me that so many times in clutch moments too.
I don't think Zach LaVine could be a number one on championship team.
Yeah, I think he's too inconsistent. Like your one has to be there every night, and he's definitely not. So,
he's nice, but I feel like there's only 10 to 15 players who really can be a number one on championship team right now. And that's when when we get into these arguments about who's a superstar and stuff, that's my basis for it. How I always say,
that's a terrible basis.
Terrible basis.
That's what makes them superstars.
Yeah, I feel like not everyone. There's a lot of people who are all stars. Not everyone can be a superstar. Then, there has to be a cutoff, and it has to be a big gap between them, in my opinion.
So you have to be the number one on a championship tier team.
You have to have the ability to do that. I feel like.
So number twos are superstars now?
Yeah, that's
Jaylen Brown's not a superstar?
Yeah, I'm saying
is he?
What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
I'm sorry, but if I said Donovan Mitchell's not a superstar, then how can I sit here and say Jaylen Brown's a superstar? I don't.
You can think Jaylen Brown is better. He's better at defense. He's just as good at offense.
No,
Stop it.
He's not just as good as offense. That's not.
He averaged 29 points.
No, he didn't.
28. What do you average?
Dude just had 70.
Fact check him.
He averaged 24 points probably.
That's cap. That's cap.
Oh, Jason Tatum averaged 30. He didn't average 29 and Tatum averaged 30. That didn't happen.
I think he averaged 28.
No, bro. He averaged 26. Probably a high 26.
Even though, as a second guy,
you can just be lying.
As a second guy, 26 is crazy. Dude, I was off by 2 numbers. But anyways, 26 as the second guy is crazy.
Just out there,
significant difference.
All I'm saying is I don't think JB is a superstar. He's very good. He is very good, but I don't think he's a superstar player. A high level all-star. That's a difference.
I gotta get Joey in on this because he knows these contracts, So Jaylen Brown, he's the most paid in history. Most paid. Do you deserve that contract?
I think he does so many good things for the Celtics currently, and he definitely showed it in the finals last year. There were times where Jason Tatum was not performing, and even now, some points in these playoffs, Jaylen Brown has stepped up to the plate, and it raises the question: is Jaylen Brown better than Jason Tatum, or Can he do more for you? I don't know.
I
don't think he is.
I know he is.
I don't know.
And if he, in that same vein though, like he's also playing poorly in this series, so like, you know.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Jason Tatum's
call it both ways. Like, I mean, both are disappearing in the fourth quarter.
That is true.
But like throughout the whole series, JB has not been up to his normal level of play. So,
I mean, the Celtics as a whole haven't. Everybody's been missing. Horford, the three's been on.
Al hasn't been shooting, but other than that, like people have been playing pretty well.
He's an elite shooter, as they say.
He is.
Derek White's been playing pretty well. Smart. Like
Robert Williams.
Williams playing okay, yeah. So
I mean, do we have to segue into this Celtics Heat series? Like, do we have to talk about?
We should.
Well, first, we have to rewind a little bit because we haven't met in a while, my guys. So we do have to talk about that Philly and Celtics series first because that kind of hung on a little bit to Game 7. So we talk about Jason Tatum. That was nasty. That was nasty.
I mean, he's just one of those players, dude. He's just one of those players. And the crazy thing is, they had this dude. It's Doc's fault. So like, this is why he should be gone. They had this dude Joel switched on him at least 15 times that entire game. That's crazy. Like Joel, he can guard. He's not gonna be able to guard Jason Tatum. I think he was like 8 of 10, like 4 threes on Joel in Game 7.
I thought Joel was like on par with Anthony Davis defense.
He is. Oh, so Anthony Davis can guard Jason Tatum? Don't do it.
Yes.
Joel's not on par.
Don't do it. Stop it, bro.
Joel's not as good as Anthony Davis at defense. You have to stop this.
At rim protecting, he is.
No, you have to stop.
Oh my gosh, that is crazy. Dude, I know Morgan was looking at the Celtics series like, whoa, this dude Joel, he's protecting the rim. We saw Game 1. We saw Game 1 in the series.
Oh, it's all fun and games when we talk about Game 1.
Wait, go ahead, Miles.
No. It's just like it's all fun and games. We talk about Game 1, like 7 games later, like disappearing at like whoa.
Houdini.
Are you talking about Harden?
The whole team.
You got
mostly. But yeah, for a fact, defense isn't just about protecting the rim. Like we know Anthony Davis, he can switch out 1 through 5. Like there's levels.
Yes, but Joel, he's also been able to switch out on multiple guards, not Jason Tatum.
Well, he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it Game 7, right?
Are you really gonna think? You really think Joel can guard or anyone can guard Jason Tatum 1-on-1?
Dude,
like,
Anthony Davis. I'll say Anthony Davis has a way better shot than Joel in a 1v1 situation.
I agree with that.
He probably does.
Jason Tatum is one of those unguardable players. Like, so you can't really say like, oh, I can throw this person on him and like they're gonna like limit him to like 10 points. Like that's usually not gonna happen. But you can slow him down and like
no center can slow down the guard, dude.
50.
No center can slow down the guard. Whatever you say.
Not 50 put on your face, bro.
50.
Yeah, but that 50 burger. So Joey, our friend is obviously the Sixers fan here. He blames Doc Rivers. He was scapegoated out of Philadelphia very quickly. I might add. After this, they wasted no time to get him out of there. I guess I asked you a few questions. We want to know what the Sixers are gonna do from here. But firstly, there's a lot of coaches floating around. Who should the Sixers target? Who should they look at for this team?
I'm honestly surprised Nick Nurse hasn't been picked up yet by anyone, by Milwaukee, by anyone. I'm surprised. I don't know if they're able to make any hires yet exactly, but I
think we interviewed him.
They did. They met with him.
I think I saw all the guys they were looking at. They all look like the right guys. They're all the guys that I would personally look for. I mean, here's the thing though. I don't know how much credibility it is, but apparently James Harden was the one responsible for getting Doc out of there, which I think is interesting because there's also been reports that James Harden is going to leave Philly and sign with Houston. So is that a matter of is Philly trying to retain him, or I don't know.
I don't know. It's hard to believe
That
like
can't
so
be
many
true, though.
reports, like because one of them has to be wrong.
Yeah. Because if otherwise, he's just a home wrecker.
That would just be weird. Yeah, that would just be too weird. That'd be too weird. I think he's trying to force Philly's hand to give him the most money they can, but I don't think we're gonna bite, which is the weird thing.
Is that weird?
I feel like if they weren't gonna bite though, why would they get rid of Doc?
I mean, keep our options open. I mean, Doc was going to be gone. No one wants Doc there anyway. Like literally, no one, like no fan likes him. Yeah, Doc was like there was no option for Doc. But that's why I think that Harden getting him out of there was like that. I don't think that report was true. But I do think the Houston thing is kind of true.
Is the JJ thing like? Does that have any like merit to it? Like, is that true?
What JJ Redick thing?
Is that true? Like,
what JJ Redick thing?
Like I've heard like reports being thrown around that like JJ.
He's been interviewing. Like he interviewed the Raptors for the head coaching job.
Nah, Sixers
with the Raptors. Like.
I'm saying,
nah, that'd be tough.
Why do you want JJ Redick?
I love JJ Redick's mind. Like he knows basketball. Like I think he knows basketball.
Like, when the lights get bright, like.
I mean, he's young. Obviously, he's not going to come out like Popovich, but I think he can. He knows basketball.
He should probably take a couple years as on an assistant role, like
true.
Work under someone like the immediate head coaching off of like the podcast and TV. Like, yeah, his basketball mind is great, but like,
it'd just be another Steve Nash, really.
I just love Joel though, and like I feel like if he wants to go like coach Joel, there's no better time than this. So.
Yeah.
No, bro.
On that. I mean, he would have to take that opportunity, like, of course.
Yeah, they're pretty close. Like, he knows Joel's game. He knows everyone on the Sixers game. So, like,
I don't know. Every coach that's floating around right now, experience, actually coaching teams, actually being in the playoffs, etc. If JJ Redick gets a job next season, I will be incredibly blown. I'll be shocked. I'll be blown away, especially after what we see from Nash. I will be blown. But
JJ Redick, I don't think he's missed the playoffs once. He probably missed it like once in his career, but
that's way different.
He has experience. But he has experience in those type of games, so it's not like he doesn't know like situations.
So does Steve Nash though, and he
played a while ago. He played a minute ago. It's different. It's a whole different game than when Steve Nash played. It is.
Here's the thing though. You get put in a situation with Kyrie and KD, and then you trade for Harden. So you're kind of like, it's fallen into that opportunity is kind of falling in your lap. You don't really have. There's not much you got to do. You just say like, Kyrie, KD, go get me a bucket. James Harden, go get me a bucket.
I mean, they probably would have won a ring if injuries didn't kill them.
Oh yeah.
No, they would not. Let's stop. Let's stop with the hypotheticals here. Like,
wait. But like, what makes you say that after you watch KD like single-handedly will them almost to a win? Like it was a millimeter away from
one toe away.
All right, guys, Cancun on 3. 1, 2, Cancun. Let's stop it. Like, let's be real. Let's actually have a realistic discussion. I want to talk about Nick Nurse, okay? Because that's the name that I've seen a lot of people, especially the Sixers, talking about. Is Nick Nurse an actual good coach? I would have posed the question, okay? Now, Julian, we both know that Kawhi Leonard, he had a very all-time run while Nick Nurse was coaching, okay? He had a very, very all-time run. Not to say that Nick Nurse didn't, put in some defensive schemes, do his thing, that sort of whatever. But after that, I want to talk about, the Toronto Raptors. Have they been past the first round? Have they?
No.
They made the second round in the bubble.
In the bubble?
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. They did.
They've had some pretty good parts down there. You know what I mean? They've had some pretty good parts. I just haven't really seen the allure. You know what I mean? Like I don't know where that lies. We talk about a Doc Rivers, right? He's an NBA champion at the end of
Doc
the day.
Rivers is an NBA champion many years ago, over a decade ago, dude. Like Doc Rivers is not good. Like
you can't take that away from him.
I understand that, but we can't. That's not relevant to the times now. That's not relevant at all. That was many years ago.
But we harp on Doc Rivers for not being able to make it past the second round. You know what I mean? Nick Nurse hasn't done that.
Bro, that was in the last 2 years. Like, that's in the last 3 years. Like, actually, really 2 years of calendar time.
4 or 5 years, really. Like, when was that run? 2019? 18?
Calendar time I'm talking about, though, because the bubble, like, that was like, what, 2020? 2020?
Yeah.
Okay, 2020, then, yeah. So 3 years away. Like, come on now. Doc is 12 years. Like, how many years ago did Doc go to the finals? Seriously.
It's many years. Many years.
Stop. Just stop that. Stop. That's a terrible comp. Stop.
All right, then what about Mike D'Antoni then?
No.
Mike D'Antoni.
No. He's also
Daryl Morey's favorite.
No. Get the old guys had to get going. Like
in Tony's mind.
Tony, no. Mike
Dude, they have great offensive minds.
I understand that, but he also can't get it done. He couldn't get it done then, and he won't get it done now.
Dude, he was one bad shooting performance away from beating the best team of all time. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, man. Here we go.
But that actually happened. That actually happened.
Yeah, if I was 6'10" and light skin, then anywho. All I'm saying is, all right, Monty Williams, winning in the past, whatever in the regular season.
Monty Williams has a shout. Like he should like get an opportunity. Monty Williams, like these recent guys, like Nurse, Monty Williams, all these guys have had recent success. Like they should be first in line. Like, come on. I don't even know why Monty Williams got fired. Honestly, like I don't.
that is crazy.
I was terrible. Surprised.
Like
I don't know. Terrible 3 years ago.
I can break it down for y'all. I mean, I can really break this down for y'all. It has nothing to do with Monty Williams. Like it really had nothing to do with him or his pedigree. Like the Nets, Matt Ishbia, just they have a new owner, right? The new owner's gonna want to put in his own guys. That's the first thing. Secondly, if you're Monty Williams, you have Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson. Those are his boys. Like I remember him saying he shed a tear when they got traded. You know what I'm saying? His team got completely mangled and dismantled when Kevin Durant got put into the equation. Now you're still dealing with Ayton and all of his isms that he brings to the table. Chris Paul, y'all know how I feel about Chris Paul, but like it's a recurring theme with him. Like when it matters the most in the playoffs, right? An injury happens, something like that, and then he cannot play. Like that's just the history of Chris Paul. When this happens, you don't want to be a part of that. You really don't. Like I don't know what the future for the Suns, but you really don't want to be a part of that. So I'm thinking like again, if you're Monty, I might be able to go to another situation. Maybe he goes to Brooklyn or something like that. I don't know. And puts in his own scheme with his own guys and then rocks from there. Like I just think that's what it was. It was like a mutual, get him out. Like that's my rationale.
Who do they? I don't even know who are they going to bring in though. Like who do KD and them want? Because it's going to be like a lot on a lot of their decision. KD and Booker. Just like
anybody really. I saw they were interviewing some assistant.
Could hire from within. That's a possibility. Like we might see some new faces in that position. I don't know. They have a lot to do this off summer in terms of filling out that roster from coach to player to everything. In my opinion, so I don't know. I don't know what they do, but all right, we got to talk about these matchups though. Now we got a little sidetrack talking about that poverty franchise in Philly. We got to talk about the Celtics and the Heat and my Lakers and the Nuggets. We're both 0-2. Very jarring situation for us both. But we'll start with the Celtics. Are the Celtics in trouble? I just posed the question. Pretty much.
Losing 2 at home to the 8 seed is like beyond trouble. It's like, dang, it's over.
Yeah, it's over.
That's bad. It's over.
Joey, is it over?
I don't know. I mean, it is only 2 games in, so it's a little hard, but it's with how the Celtics have been playing. I don't know. I may be a biased Jimmy Butler fan, having played in Chicago for many years, but you know, I'd love to see him continue. He's averaging 31 points in the playoffs currently right now. He is otherworldly. He is, as they say, Jimmy Butler.
This is all true. You know, this is all true. Jimmy, Joey, let me run something by you really quick though about Jimmy Butler. You know what I'm saying? We've had this discussion multiple times this particular podcast. So Joey, do you know what Jimmy Butler averaged during the regular season?
He didn't average what he's averaging now. I know that for sure.
This is true.
What does this matter? Like, why does this matter?
I can't have a discussion with our guest. Like, this is crazy.
He's stepping his game. I mean, look. Here's the thing about Jimmy Butler. He's not a score. He's okay. He can score, but he is not like asked to score like that. He can do so many other things for you. Obviously, he's an elite defender. Obviously, he can make plays for you sometimes. Like, he does so much other things well. He's not one of those guys that, yes, he can go out and get you 40 or 30 on any given night. But he's one of those guys. He's one of those Swiss Army knives. I can't talk today. But he can do so many good things for you. And maybe they don't. The Heat is one of those teams where, you know, they don't need him to drop 30 every night, right? Like, you got contributions like Bam, you've got Max Strus, DePaul alum Max Strus, lighting it up from the arc. Duncan Robinson, honestly, he hasn't been playing all season, but injuries have made him step up a little bit. Like, all these guys can get hot. Jimmy doesn't need to do that all the time, but now that the stage is bright, he is shining.
So he didn't need to do that when he led the Heat to, you know, a play-in where they lost to Trae Young and the Hawks, you know, the first game. And then they, you know, obviously they beat you guys, but, you know, they didn't need Jimmy Butler then, is what you're saying.
I mean, Matt, if I know anything about the Bulls, man, we let the most, I'm not going to say random, but we are known for letting the most random role players torch us any game. I don't know what it is. One day we'll get a Gabe Vincent masterclass on us, or a Max Strus masterclass on us.
It's true, and those boys can play. You know,
I think we need to go and upgrade Gabe Vincent from that role player spot.
No.
Have you
maybe
seen
Caleb Martin? Maybe Caleb Martin. Maybe
Caleb Martin. Like, y'all love the titles.
Well, that's what I meant. I meant Caleb Martin. They're like,
no.
He's bigger than a role player, dude. Did you see him last night?
Yeah,
Caleb Martin was
exactly. This dude Caleb Martin was outplaying Jaylen Brown and Tatum. Dude, he was the leading scorer for the Heat until like the fourth quarter.
He's hit clutch shots in like every game in this playoff.
How about pissing me off? Those guys are not one of the role players. Those guys are playing
just Caleb
right now. They're playing.
We're talking about one player,
but those guys are role players.
Not those guys, dude. Just Caleb. We're just talking about Caleb.
This is serious though. In the last,
no, it's not.
What?
He averaged 12 points. Like that's good contribution.
Oh, but so averaging 12 points, that's not a role player. Like that. What are y'all trying to say? Like he's an all-star now? Like, come on,
dude. He's their number 3 option.
That's a role player. That's a role player. What are we talking about? Your number 3 option is a role player. Name a number.
No, it is not. What are you talking about?
Name a number 3 who's not a role player. Name me one.
Name a number 3 that's not a role player.
Name it.
DeAndre Ayton.
Oh God.
Drew Holiday.
Nah. Not even. Man, Drew
Holiday's not a role player.
Like we're gonna call Drew Holiday a role player now.
Come on, bro.
Offensively, he is. At least he plays in his role offensively. Like he's not a star offensive player. We've seen it when he tries to be a number 2 guy. He can't do it at all.
To be,
just name one player who's not. So that's it in the whole league.
Unless you
maybe right now.
What do you mean right now? It's an NBA. It's 30 teams. Name me one player out of the whole league.
I'm talking about this year.
Just say
Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey a role player.
You can say
Tyrese Maxey a role player. Is Jordan Poole a role player?
Oh God.
Was he a role player? Don't do it.
Yeah,
don't
come on.
Don't
Jordan Poole is not a
Jordan Poole even number 3 option. Like
what?
He is a role player.
Is Draymond a role player?
Like,
all right, we're getting off track now.
We are. This is very crazy. A lot of discussion that we're having right now. I just felt this. What you got, Jim?
One more thing.
Shut up.
The worst part about all those comparisons is all of those guys are way better than Martin. Like you're talking about
no.
In one playoff.
Caleb Martin. Like
you don't know what Caleb Martin is going to become.
Caleb Martin is outplaying. He's outplaying Tyrese Maxey.
Wait. Have you been watching this?
That's a try.
Caleb Martin's gonna now be a star player now. Off of these,
dude,
you don't think he's gonna get paid? Yeah, he hasn't been watching.
There's no way he's been watching.
I live in the city.
Caleb Martin
I'm tapped in. Like I'm definitely tapped in.
Dude, if Caleb Martin wasn't if he wasn't going off last night, they don't have a chance in that game.
Literally, they don't have a chance to win these games.
I agree. He's played very well, but like this always happens when a team makes a run. Like somebody's gonna have to step up, but that doesn't make them more than they are. Like Goran Dragic. Remember when the Heat went to the finals? Like Goran Dragic wasn't an all-star. Like he was playing. He was hooping. Like he was really hooping.
Dragic.
Yeah, when the Heat went to the finals the last time, Goran Dragic was.
Dude, how old is Caleb Martin?
He's young. What does this have to do with anything?
That he's young and he can develop.
He can get better.
Okay, but he hasn't developed to whatever y'all are talking about yet. Like,
what?
He hasn't developed into the third player on the team in the conference finals.
For this
Caleb Martin is 27. He's
27. Older than I thought, actually.
Okay, then. So we can stop this. Thank you, Joey, for checking the like this is what we do a lot.
That doesn't change anything. Like
yes, it does. Because y'all were trying to push a progression narrative. Like this is about it. Like you're 27. This is about who you are. Like you're not getting much better.
I'll take that. That's a good player. What I'm
hearing is you're penciling Caleb Martin as the MVP for next season. All right, got it.
Sounds like me. That's
I don't know. I really don't know. But all right. Let's talk about the Celtics though.
Oh,
what do they have to do, to rectify this embarrassment that they've shown us of going down 0-2 at home with a home court advantage? Like what can they do?
They can do nothing.
Pray.
Gotta blow it up.
They better blow them out next game. Like they better blow them out next game. If they
gone.
To be, I forget what the figure was, but Jaylen Brown, he got paid a lot of money. Jason Tatum, that's an all NBA first team, top 5 MVP voting. You know what I'm saying? They have not scored in the fourth quarter in the past 2 games. I don't care how good Miami's defense is. I don't care. They have not scored a field goal in the fourth quarter in the past 2 games.
The past 2 games? Is that true?
In the past 2 games. Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't think they've hit a field goal. Yeah.
No, they have not made a field goal.
Just free throws.
Now, that has to change. That's the only thing, in my opinion. That has to change. They give up a lot of leads and a lot of big runs, et cetera, et cetera. I thought Missoula actually called some timeouts, some good timeouts, last game to try and help with this. But it comes down to your stars. If your 2 stars can't play, then, there's not much you can do down the stretch. Like you watch Jimmy Butler look like prime Mike against Grant Williams, while y'all are twiddling y'all fingers. Like, yes, you will lose that game, period. That's it.
Nah,
They
yeah,
got
it's kind of crazy to me how Joe Mazzulla is kind of being scapegoated a little because like
No, it's
Tatum, yes he is. Tatum and
No,
Brown,
I'm saying
like
it's not crazy.
oh yeah. Like they've been disappearing like crazy. Like the best players, you have to show up. Like Jimmy's showing up, even Caleb Martin's showing up. Like you can only do so much as a coach with timeouts and trying to change the pace of the game. Like,
I mean, that is true.
Joey, do you know who Peyton Pritchard is? Peyton Pritchard. Peyton Pritchard was getting first quarter minutes in game 1. Why? Why was he doing that? Grant Williams has not played. I don't remember the last time Grant Williams got more than 10 minutes in a game, these playoffs.
Grant Williams played pretty well yesterday, though. Like, I don't think that
That's
was.
what I'm saying.
Grant Williams lost.
Yeah, Grant Williams is pretty good. I don't know why he was. I actually didn't understand why he was on the bench. I mean, their team is really deep. Also, it's like only a certain amount of guys can play. But like, I didn't get why he was sitting. I never got that.
But if we recall last year, Grant Williams was one of the heart and soul of this team.
Well.
You know what I mean? Like one could compare him to having a Draymond-like effect on that squad. Like I don't understand it. I don't get that.
A few seasons ago, he was also considered like what Lauri Markkanen was considered to us as the Celtics. Like a lot of the Celtics fans wanted his head. He was playing horrendously, and now that they've made the finals, now that they're becoming more elite, he's contributing to that. He's found a role. He's also hitting restricted free agency this summer, so
it's also
something to note.
Wait, is Jaylen Brown? Is Brown unrestricted?
Yeah,
I think he is.
Oh, they're in trouble.
No, yeah, they are. They're out bad. That boy's coming to the A.
He is coming to the A.
Like,
nah, yeah, I don't know.
Not even that's a big contract. Like it's very big. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm straight on that, honestly.
I don't know who's taking that contract.
But he's a superstar, guys, and you have Trey, who's also a superstar.
Dude.
Our finals contender, then, right? Like, wouldn't you be?
We would be finals contenders. Can you please not misunderstand that? I'm just saying I don't want to have to pay that.
Why would you not pay to be a contender? That doesn't make any sense.
We're already a contender. And like we can really break it down if you want, man. Like
break that down.
All right, so
we're called the 9 seed.
In the play-in, we smashed the 2B champions.
That is true.
Yeah, we 30-balled them or something like that.
One game
it did get bad.
I mean, one game when it mattered, right?
Had Jimmy in the ice box.
And that one game scenario went very poorly for them anyway.
And
then we played the Celtics.
You see this go out in the next round. Like what?
We went out to the number 2 seed.
You went out though. That's what matters.
Number 8's about to be
out. Yeah, we went out with style. So I'll take it, man.
1 for 12 is style.
That's style.
Now 15 points is style in game 7. That's what style is.
I forgot.
Getting a 50 ball.
That really hurt you, didn't it? No, that really hurt you.
That's going out with some pizzazz.
My fault, bro. My fault.
That's what it is.
I mean, at the end of the day, like Trey and Joel are probably playing patty cake right now.
Say,
yeah.
Honestly, like you better hope Joel doesn't slide to the A. Like, let's be honest. Like,
anyways,
that would get so scary.
He knows better.
Here we go.
Let's be real though. And then okay. All right, we talked about this series a little bit. Now we got to get into my damn Lakers. All right, take the floor. Y'all got it. And
I'm not really worried for y'all. Honestly, I think you'll win back to back at home, and then it's kind of up for grabs. I'm not really worried for y'all.
Nah, who's guarding Jokic though?
I mean, nobody's guarding Jokic, but like
nobody can guard him.
They gotta take away something. Like
Lakers just shot bad last game.
What? The Lakers?
The Lakers.
We definitely shot poorly from the 3-point line. That is a fact.
Nah, yeah, that boy LeBron, he definitely blew me with the 4 straight.
He was just back to back. Like What is he just jacking up threes
Yeah,
for? He'll cross half court and he'll just throw it up.
Here's an interesting stat that I actually saw. In the whole playoffs, in the fourth quarter, LeBron James is 1 of 20 from 3.
Oh,
He needs to just stop shooting. I don't get it.
Shoots so much.
well, what's he shooting in this playoffs? It's got to be like
Terrible
or something.
The
fourth quarter, terrible.
Shooting the second worst percentage on the entire Lakers roster.
Wow. You know, Austin Reeves is shooting like 43% from 3.
Yeah, I mean his stretch in the last like 3 games is crazy.
I'm telling you, you let the role players run the offense, you can't fail.
They should just run it through AD. I literally don't understand. Like, literally just give the ball to AD.
I mean, that's what they did last
game.
He was missing.
Not really.
Yeah.
I mean,
but they shy away from him in some possessions. Like, literally, he should touch the ball literally every possession. That dude Jokic, he cannot protect the paint like at all. It's literally food.
I do wish that we would attack Joker more, like with Anthony Davis, like try to get him in foul trouble, like do something, because like you can't stop him offensively. Like he's a juggernaut, like literally unstoppable. Like you say, take away something, you can't really take anything away if the other guys are hitting shots. So I don't know, but I don't think that we need to double though. Like the worst thing that I saw the Lakers do,
doubling Jokic is the worst idea ever.
I don't get why we double him.
Y'all let me know when y'all ready for me.
I just want to know if you think that the Lakers should run a zone.
If I think the Lakers are what now?
Should run a zone. Or hard zone. Or soft zone.
A zone.
I think zone will make it worse.
No, they shot like 50% against us. Oh, man. Like, no zone.
Yeah.
You said on man they did?
Yeah, like the first game, they shot like 50% from 3.
You said on with man defense?
Yes. Yeah.
So why wouldn't they switch to zone?
Dude, a zone
get more threes.
Yeah,
no,
it's easy.
Yeah, but I think you do this just so you can have like AD in the paint because they're getting a lot of cuts, and like I think you take away like the free cuts and the free layups. Like all you got to do is worry about the perimeter defense, which I think they all have pretty good perimeter defense, in my opinion. But like we saw with the Warriors, like they played pretty good defense when they needed to on the perimeter.
Yeah, that's fine, but I don't think that we can go to a zone like that. I don't think that will help at all. Not gonna lie.
They would be getting the threes up, and they would be hitting.
I mean, you gotta die by something.
You don't want to die by threes.
You see, Joey, a lot of people have been texting my phone lately. A lot of rah-rah, pictures of Cancun, you know what I'm saying? A lot of this. I want you to understand something. They asked if I believed in my Lakers when we were 2-10 to start the season. That's what they asked me. They asked me if we could do it. My answer then is the same answer I have it now. All right? It's the same answer I have now. Let me preface that. Let me just preface what I have to say with that. Okay. Come back to LA, we have to handle business, of course. Now, I just want to talk about last game, though. Understand, through 3 quarters, we did take something away. Jamal Murray, he was in a straitjacket. Please understand, Jamal Murray could not produce at all in the first 3 quarters of that game. He couldn't. And
when does the money get made, though?
Excuse me?
When does the money get made, though?
No, I also feel like that wasn't really. I feel like that was more about Jamal Murray missing.
He was just missing shots.
Y'all are discrediting the defensive Dennis Schroeder. Like Dennis was playing.
Bro, he was playing. Schroeder got 20 put on his face in the fourth quarter, so I don't think he can.
No, but dude, they were a nasty 20. Like it was a contested 20.
That's for sure.
I mean, at the end of the day, Dennis Schroeder is not going to slow him down. Like we've seen that. Like,
but he did. Is the thing.
I said, he just missed shots. Like, and I'm not gonna lie, those shots were not difficult shots. Like, I was watching outside, and I was like cringing every time he put up a shot because I'm like, dang, like this is a good shot. This is a good shot. Like, oh, but he's missing. Like, no, those are not like super contested shots. Dennis Schroeder was not locking him up. Like, let's not push that narrative. If we put Dennis Schroeder on him next game, like, obviously that is our best matchup, but like, no, I don't think he's gonna stop him. I don't.
He did a very good job, is all I have to say about that. We had the Nuggets exactly where we wanted them. Can we all agree to that? We had them exactly where we wanted them. But like we said with the Celtics, okay, you have to rely on your two stars when it comes down the stretch, especially on the road, right? Because we did not shoot well from three. We played poor transition defense, right? But at the end of the day, we should be able to lean on Anthony Davis and LeBron James. In the fourth quarter, they were awful, okay? Anthony Davis was awful the entire night, and the game was in limbo, right? Okay? So when I see that, I see another L that we took. It hurts. It's bad. It's a cause for concern. It's a cause for urgency. Now we come to LA, okay? And your boy, Julian, D'Angelo Russell, he's been mad that I've been talking about D'Angelo Russell. But Joey, you've seen the stats, you've seen the narratives. I'm sure you're on NBA Twitter like we all are, right? Every time D'Lo is on the floor, we're a negative. Every time. When we come back to LA, I expect him to turn up. I expect him to play much better than he has. And we're just going to have to go from there. I'll see y'all in LA.
He's just loading, man.
He's loading. Oh, man.
Nah, y'all got it, though.
I just don't get why D'Angelo gets the blame. I really don't understand that.
Oh, you don't get it? Okay.
Dude, nah, don't say that.
Let's talk about third options, right? Let's talk about the third options that discussion.
I'm not gonna lie, like sometimes he's in a third option role and sometimes he's not. Like when they take the ball out of his hands, like you can't expect him to put up.
He's inconsistent, dude. Really inconsistent.
Okay, that's fine, but like I'm just saying, when they take the ball out of Russell's hands, you can't expect him to produce like how he usually does. Like he averaged 18 points this year. You can't expect him to average 18 points if he's not, facilitating and running the offense.
Why not?
Like if they don't take,
what do we expect?
What do you mean? Why not? Like he plays on the ball. If he plays off the ball, his numbers are going to go down. That's going to happen. And
wait, how many shots did he shoot last game?
8. He shot 8 shots. That's BS. Like he shot 8 shots.
I mean, he just needs to get him up when he gets the ball.
Or 9. I don't know. It was 8 or 9. But like that, he needs more shots. He needs the ball. Like this is how we've been playing all year since we got D'Lo. He's been the one facilitating offense, running the offense. LeBron has been off the ball, and now like randomly LeBron's now on ball. Now the whole team's out of rhythm. Like I don't understand that. I don't get it.
You see, Joe, we had Russell Westbrook on our team, one of the most ball dominant guards we've seen in the past 20 years. Okay, everything that Julian is spewing right now about D'Angelo Russell, it was void when it came to Russell Westbrook. Absolutely.
Russell Westbrook's also getting paid $40 million a year.
Fourth. Dude, I don't care. If he doesn't have the ball in his hands, then what? What is he supposed to do?
No. He did have the ball in his hands. That was
That's your narrative.
Russ didn't have the ball.
When LeBron was out there, that's your narrative.
They even sent Russ to the bench so he could have the ball, and he still wasn't producing how he should.
If you can put Russell Westbrook on the bench, then what do you think we're about to do with D'Lo?
They can put him on the bench.
Yeah, he needs it.
I don't think it's going to be a
D'Lo already said he's not going for it though.
This is what I'm saying. He's already in his feelings about it. But
I think that's true. But what's it called? I think they're going to do what's best for the team. But like what's it called? I don't think that Dennis Schroeder starting is an upgrade over D'Lo at all. Especially like what Dennis Schroeder is going to do for us offensively. Like no, he's not a great offensive player. So we'll see.
He can give me what was it? 8 points or something? He can give me 8 points.
Yeah, I mean, if he doesn't have the ball at all, I think he can give you 8 points on 8 shots. I believe that. Yeah.
Look, man, I'm gonna wrap this up.
40-year-old LeBron run point guard. Like, we'll see.
In all seriousness, though, Julian, D'Angelo Russell, Austin Reeves, and LeBron, we have to stagger them. They cannot all be on the floor at the same time. I don't know how we do that, but they all can't be on the floor at the same time for this very reason. Like, D'Lo, he needs the ball to be effective. And it is hard with LeBron. It is hard with Reeves playing at this high clip. We we're gonna have to stagger it. So I think somebody has to go to the bench, and I think that somebody is D'Lo. He can lead the second unit, give us a lift when we need it. I just think that'll be better for him.
There's really not a second unit with the Lakers though. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, we play 8 people.
You know what I mean, though. Bench is shortened, of course, but yeah, that's what I mean. You bring them off, get a good spark. Like, that's all I got to say. But anywho, y'all see we got folks dropping out, so we can go ahead and end this off at TAKEVPOD on arms. Go Lakers. Go Lakers.